So it seems Roblox is still running in circles over the billions of dollars it lost recently, and are desperately looking for any new ways to squeeze some money out of the community before things get even worse. And in my last video, we discussed how much trouble the company is in right now with their dropping numbers, 16 plus game registration, and the 500 highly engaged players issue, which will be very important to keep in mind for this video. But the situation is getting even crazier because they just got caught trying to sneak a new ridiculous fee into a brand new update. So they're currently working on a new feature that'll let players use custom profile themes and avatar backgrounds on their pages, and it sounds pretty fun until you look at what the actual cost is going to be. Some new information just leaked from the website code, showing exactly what the company plans to charge normal creators who want to put their own background pictures on the store for other people to buy. And it shows that a publishing fee for a simple avatar background is going to be a huge 2,000 Robux, and there's also an extra 80 Robux uploading fee taxed on top of that. So this brings a grand total of 2,080 Robux just to upload a single flat picture to the website, which is a pretty insane number when you actually sit down and think about it for a sec. If you think about it from the viewpoint of an artist trying to sell a background for maybe 50 or 100 Robux, you would have to make tons of sales just to break even on the upload fee alone. And it puts individual creators in a position where they're pretty much on a net loss every time they publish their avatar backgrounds. It kind of gives flashbacks from the 2D clothing situation, where it's now very difficult to actually earn more money than the money you spend each time you publish it, and it seems Roblox never even learned from the last time. The reason that this 2,080 price tag is making a lot of people really upset about this is because you can compare it directly to what it actually costs to launch an entire game on the exact same platform right now. If a creator spends months or even years coding and building a game with tons of working parts and scripts, it only costs them 1,000 Robux to publish the whole thing for the world to play. And you really have to stop and look at how backwards this really is, because the company is literally asking people to pay double the price of a full game on the platform just to upload one single flat picture for a user profile. So now you're wondering why a flat picture on someone's profile on the website would ever cost twice as much to publish a whole playable game, unless the people in charge are just throwing random giant numbers at the wall to see how much money they can force people to pay. And that's where it comes to the real trick here, where the 1,000 Robux fee for publishing a game is actually a huge trap, because the system is designed to bury brand new games and force creators to spend real money on buying traffic. While a game might look a lot cheaper to upload on paper, the reality is that the homepage refuses to show new games to anyone, which forces developers to buy expensive ad campaigns just to get their car 500 highly engaged players. The amount of money you actually have to spend on these ads really depends on the exact type of game you decide to build, and the system plays favorites when it comes to figure out who gets to succeed. If someone builds a game that is packed full of microtransactions, they might actually hit that 500 player goal by spending only a relatively cheap $50 in ads, because the system loves rewarding games where people spend their Robux really fast. But things pretty much turn the other way around when you look at what happens to a normal creator who just wants to build a fun passion project that does not have heavy microtransactions trying to squeeze every last penny out of players. If you make a normal game with good intentions, you can literally end up spending your entire Roblox account or even your bank account on running those exact same ads and still only make 30% progress toward the 500 player requirement. So this huge difference in how much people have to pay proves that the 1,000 Robux entry fee for games is pretty much just an illusion designed to get you in the door before the system forces you to empty your pockets just to get anyone to notice your hard work. And that brings us back to the large 2,000 Robux fee for the new profile background PNGs, and the real reason why the company decided to make it double the price of a full game right out the gate. So profile backgrounds function very differently than games because it goes straight to the catalog search, where players can easily find them by just typing a few words into the search bar normally. And if you will be making profile backgrounds in the future, you won't really need to drop hundreds of dollars in ad campaigns to get your art seen, because the catalog naturally shows out added to people who are looking to buy something new for the page. Because the company knows that it cannot force background artists into buying expensive ads to get noticed, they're choosing to slap a huge price tag right at the front door to make sure the company gets their money before the item even goes live. This forced price tag leaves background artists for almost zero room for error, because if your design gets buried in a catalog, you just lost over 2,000 Robux for nothing. So to make up for that, you either have to overprice your work to try and earn your money back, or take a huge financial gamble every single time you want to upload a new design. They realize they cannot bleed the artists right through a highly engaged player system like they do with game developers, so they're just doubling the upfront price they usually spend to make an actual game to squeeze out huge amounts of money from a totally different group of creators. Now when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, it's pretty easy to see that the company's just testing how far they can push normal people to cover for all the billions of dollars they lost in the stock market recently. Whether they're hiding brand new games behind expensive ad walls to drain your savings, or slapping a 2,000 Robux price tag on a simple profile background, the end goal is always to grab as much money from the player base as possible before people eventually get fed up and leave. The executives at Roblox are making a lot of terrible choices behind the scenes, and then forcing normal creators to actually build fun stuff on the platform to pay the price for all those giant corporate mistakes. So ever since Roblox broke the news that they're losing out on their bookings growth and pretty much don't know what they're doing at this point, you can start to realize that the whole platform is becoming way more pay to win for normal players, and all it is really doing is ruining the experience for anyone who just wants to share their fun and cool creations without having to drain all their money on Roblox just to participate.